Welcome to the January School Board Report. I'm your host, Solas Smith, along with School Board member John Landers. Mr. Landers, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Solas. Glad to be back in the studio.
Let's begin by talking about the new academic school calendar that was passed this week at this week's board meeting. Anything you want Spartan families to be aware of?
Yes, I think the first important thing to note is that this is for the 2025-2026 school year. So it's not affecting anything for the remainder of this school year, but we like to announce this early to allow families for plan, whether it be for like what they may do for holiday break, but for obviously the upcoming seniors wanting to know when commencement is. So it'll be very similar to this year's calendar. We'll start on Wednesday, August 20th. Winter break will be similar to this year's holiday break, so I'm sure all of you will be happy. It'll be a full 2-week break again for that school year. Spring break will be Friday, April 3rd through Friday the 10th. Last day of classes will be Thursday, May 28th, and I think this might be the first time that I can remember. Commencement will be Sunday, May 31st. I think will be the first time we've actually had a commencement in May.
I understand we had a great showing in the Scholastic Art Competition this year, with 8 different artworks receiving gold or silver keys.
Yes, last night at our board meeting, we had the opportunity to recognize those students. I think it was 6 artists in total that were recognized with prestigious keys. One of them, Gina Mizell, earned 2 golden keys and 1 silver key. And one of her works was also recognized as an American Vision nominee, which was one of only, I think, 5 in our area. And I think it was Sunday the 25th or Saturday the 25th, they had kind of an award ceremony, I believe, at the Butler or something, recognizing those students. I believe the gold key works go on to the National Scholastic Competition in the spring, so it's just always really impressive to see what our art teachers do, our art students do, and how we continue to be excellent in academics, arts, and athletics.
It's absolutely amazing. I noticed that the board also approved an agreement to replace the cooling tower and chiller system at the high school that controls the air conditioning. Can you explain what's ahead with that?
Sure. I think as you probably all know, there's been some days where the HVAC hasn't worked really as we desired. It's something we need to take care of, as we have aging buildings in the district. So Amoresco is a company that we partnered with in the past that's helped us provide, some additional HVAC functionality to the buildings. So it needs to be repaired. I believe that system is probably around 20 to 25 years old. So it will be replaced really probably during late 2025. So we approved that spend yesterday at our board meeting. It's $1.7 million to do that. That will come from district permanent improvement funds. So that's why we had kind of changed that to a continuing permanent improvement levy over the last several years. Worked hard with that company. So it's actually going to be spread over 3 different installments and 3 kind of fiscal years. So that allows us to be fiscally responsible to our community and to our budget. And so we'll order that equipment now. It will probably take about 8 to 9 months to get here. We expect that work to be done probably over winter break in December of 2025, and then kind of finalized in the spring of the 25-26 school year. With the planning we have now, it won't impact academic or district operations. There might be a little bit more equipment on the campus, but we'll still have classes and we'll still be able to do that. So it's something that needs to be done, and we're looking forward to getting it done.
The board also passed an agreement for a group that will lead strategic planning. How do you, as a school board member and a BHS grad from 2000, feel about what's ahead with the strategic planning?
Well, thank you for making me feel old and reminding me that it's been 25 years since I've graduated high school. But I think, we always need to know what we've done successfully as a district and where our tradition and our excellence lies, but also how can we prepare for the future and evolve. Education, this is my 16th year on the board. Education is not the same as it was when I started, let alone when I went through school. And then in 20 to 25 years after you graduate, education is not going to be the same either. So it's important for us as we finish this kind of 5-year strategic plan that we're on to develop a new one, especially with a new district superintendent. So we're bringing on a firm called the Impact Group, which is based in Hudson, that has done a variety of these throughout the state of Ohio. And we'll be engaging not only our staff, our students, and our teachers, but also the broader community, because schools can't do it without the broader community. So it's how do we innovate and change things and grow? What can we do more in STEM? What role does AI play in education potentially? Those are questions we'll have to ask, but also how do we respect our tradition? We have to respect the past, but we also have to grow and improve for the future. So I think from my perspective, I think the most important thing I think we hope we get, from an academic perspective, how do we evolve? How do we go to maybe things that are maybe more like project-based learning, or how technology is such a part of our everyday life? How do we incorporate that and make sure we're preparing all of you for careers that may not exist 10 or 20 years down the road? And from a facilities perspective is, we have aging infrastructure. It's no secret to anyone in the community. It's just how do we really build that facilities plan to get us into newer buildings?
I love how much the board cares about us. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Sure. It's surprising to say that we're already at the end of January and how quickly the school year is moving. But I think just some things for the community and for our students and families to take care of in terms of upcoming dates. Wednesday, February 19th, I think we're trying something a little new. It will be kind of a little Spartan kickoff for incoming kindergarten students to get them excited and to answer family questions. That will prepare them to fill out final forms, which is kind of our online registration tool, as well as in-person kindergarten registration, which will be on March 6th at each of our elementary schools. I think also just save the date for March 6th, 7th, and 8th, which will be the Drama Guild's new immersive play called Trap. So it has some audience participation, and so it's be something different, and I don't think we've seen before, and tickets will be going on sale in mid-February. I'll be wearing a sign that says, "Please don't pick me," so just to be safe. Project Mayhem's also coming up towards the end of March. I believe that's, I think, the last Friday in March. And then we're right in the midst of our winter sports seasons and senior nights, and we just recently hosted speech districts over the weekend, and we had 5 students, I believe, qualified to the state tournament, so we wish them luck.
The next school board meeting will be Tuesday, February 18th at Boardman High School. And remember, the public is always welcome. I'm Solas Smith for BSCN, and have a great day, Spartans.